All right, welcome everyone. We got another exciting Two Stupid Gamers showcase today. I'm Mash.
I'm Zero.
And as you can see on your screen, we have Mario Kart World for the Nintendo Switch 2. We're here to show off this game for the first time on our channel. I am so excited. How do you feel, Zero?
I am very excitable right now.
That means he loves it. He can't wait to try this. Yeah, Mario Kart World takes just the tiniest bit of a different approach to Mario Kart. We'll explain that a little bit more once we kind of get in. Feel free to go ahead and take whichever character you see fit. I don't have too much in the way of unlocked content because I got to be honest, I haven't played too much of this. But yeah, so I mean, this obviously recently came out, was a launch title for the Switch 2, and you know, it's kind of a big deal, some of the aspects that they changed specifically with Mario Kart World. We're kind of seeing that a little bit here in this map. This map that's trying to kind of connect these areas. But yeah, they went for a little bit more of an open world feel. Let's just go ahead and start with I like 150 because
Yas, King.
The rest are kind of slow. Yeah. Basically, the idea is that the levels kind of connect to each other. We'll see like nice transitions between them. But also you can kind of like move a little bit more freely off of the track. You could take shortcuts. You could do a couple of other things in terms of like riding rails that wasn't necessarily doable previously. And I'm going to be honest, what I've seen online is a lot of mixed responses on this so far. Zero knows.
I'm sorry. You think your boy is ignorant? Is that what I'm hearing, Mash?
Well, I don't know about all that. But I do know that, yeah, just look at this game, Zero.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah, I think they finally did it. Because although Mario Kart 8 wasn't bad, this feels, visually, this feels like on such a whole other level.
They definitely went out on all the graphics, not graphics, I mean textures, because everything looks upgraded. I will say this though, this is obviously not on par with the PS5. That is 100% for sure. It does definitely have a good draw distance, meaning like, you know, we're not seeing things pop in the distance. The textures look nice. But I believe the models are still something more comparable to like a PS4.
Right.
That's what I would say. But again, this is indeed a handheld system.
As well as a home. We're playing a dock now, but it is as well as a home console. It is also a handheld. So it's kind of pulling double duty. Or at least you could say it has to be able to fit all that hardware in roughly like a tenth of the size of the PS5.
Yes.
You know, the technology isn't necessarily there, so there's only so much that they can do. But you know, the way I kind of see it is that finally we have a console that runs is going to run first party Nintendo games really, really well and look good while doing it too. Because for like probably the better part of a decade, at least since the Wii came out, Nintendo has basically been behind in terms of the graphics department. Every system has been kind of on like a bit of a delay. But I always thought that the Switch was lacking, and
it was.
This is now turning into like a Switch showcase in addition to a Mario Kart showcase, which I think is fair. It's the first time we're showcasing actual Switch gameplay on the channel, so you know, let us be excused here. But yeah, I always felt that the Switch 1 was struggling a lot, and some of those moments in games like Breath of the Wild, you know, people, I didn't get to play to this point, but people said that you get a bike at some point and it's like really delayed. There's a lot of frame drops. Plenty of other Nintendo games on the Switch 1 had that problem as well. And what's nice though is that if you have those, even if you don't have a lot of new Switch 2 games, you can go ahead and play your Switch 1 games really nice now. I know that's not the best selling point for a new console, but it was something that made me really excited because I don't know, I just got kind of tired of the underperforming of the Switch 1. My immediate, my first experience with this was actually with No More Heroes, because I was playing it for my Twitch stream, and No More Heroes 1 and 2 on the Switch 1 are very rough in terms of performance at times. Whereas when I played on the Switch 2, immediately felt a difference. Immediately it felt smoother, more polished. It wasn't gonna make it look that much better, but it was definitely gonna make it perform better. And yeah, while Zero mentioned that maybe this doesn't necessarily look up to par with the PS5, I see that it's relatively smooth. I see that this is the best looking Mario Kart game that we have to date.
Yes, and the best performing one too.
Yeah,
We're playing 2-player, full 2-player on a handheld, no frame drops.
Yep.
At least not to my knowledge, not to my perception. This looks great.
Yep.
It plays great. It feels nice and smooth. So I can't complain about that. Nintendo wanted to make a better Switch. They sure as hell did, and I'm glad they did.
They absolutely did it. Yeah, because a lot of the Switch games, that's the sad part of it. A lot of the Switch games really deserve to be played. And I found it hard to play those games sometimes when, you know, they're just underperforming. They're just not doing very well. In the frame rate department, sometimes in the graphics, the visuals department. You know, you're just... I want the best for those. I want the best experience out of those games. And to the point, while initially I wasn't... Oh, God, I made a mistake. I just gave up the lead. Initially, while I wasn't... I don't know. I wasn't that impressed with what we had on for this game. It's a solid Mario Kart game. I think there's a lot of solid additions that they made, but what really sold it for me was this one mode that we will get into in the later part of the episode.
Oh my god, I hate that thing.
And you got blue shelled.
I mean, that doesn't matter. I was already hit.
Yeah. I still got first. But yeah. Yeah, what are your impressions overall so far, Zero, of what we're playing?
I'm just gonna have to repeat what I said earlier. Like, Nintendo did a great job. Again, this console runs a lot smoother. We can finally hit 60, 30 frames and not have to worry about dipping to 20. The graphics look smoother. It could definitely take bigger, more detailed textures, which, again, we can tell right now, this ground, at a glance, I would say, oh, that kind of looks real.
Yeah.
But again, this is a Nintendo game, so like things are gonna look a little bit more cartoony and smoothed out and, you know, whatever. I mean, hell, like these, what's it called? The curves in the sidewalk that we're looking at,
Yes.
they're not actually smooth. It's like, you can see it's like a couple blocks like strung together.
Yeah.
But if that's what it takes to get this game to work well, like, come on, fine. Because again, like on the Switch one, we would not, this thing would be chugging at maybe 20 frames a second.
Yeah, but I just feel like a lot of folks have already made this argument that it does kind of just end up feeling a lot like the Switch game that came before it, with the exception that you could do a lot of cooler shortcuts and off-the-track stuff.
Yes.
And again, a mode that I'm saving for talking about later. But yeah, you know, the bigger environments, I think when they work, it's really like, wow, this is definitely...
I mean, look at that draw distance. Look at how big this is.
Right.
The Switch one wouldn't be able to handle it that well. Not with these many, like, playable characters.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually another thing, too. You can have a lot of characters in this. It ends up kind of feeling to me like the wacky racers of the Mario Kart series, because you just have so many... You have so many people that could be participating in a race. It's great.
I wanted to mention about like performance on the Switch. So my first, what's it called? Because I didn't play too many Switch games. I played a lot of retro games on the Switch. I got my Switch quite late, actually. So one of my first experiences with like Switch Chug is what I'm going to start calling it now, was with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Oh my god, that game was not designed for the Switch one. I can tell you that right now. It feels like the developers were preparing for a new Switch. They just didn't call it right, you know, the release date. Like, you would get into, like, populated cities, and this game would go from 30 frames down to, like, 12 frames. And I'm just like, God damn.
Right. But this game, though, is there anything particular that you feel like compared to previous Mario Karts that you feel
The color,
any changes that stand out to you?
well, obviously, when you start a Grand Prix,
Yeah.
you don't start at a race line. You have a rolling start,
Yes.
and that's because it's a world game. Like you're driving through an actual world. Am I correct?
Yeah, again, they're trying to connect the different worlds. There's usually like a quick transition between each level. Sometimes it is a little bit more pronounced. Overall, I would say that what Nintendo put together here, I think, is a pretty cool package, because while Mario Kart 8 definitely hung out for a really long time, and
It had 2 console generations.
yeah, it had a lot of console generations. It was around for a while. And after a while, it kind of felt like, okay, well, you gave us Double Dash. You gave us Mario Kart 64. After a while, it felt like there really was only so much that they could do with this franchise. I think that they could finally break that a little bit with this. I think for the first time in the series history for quite some time, we have actually a very refreshing update
Yes.
to the Mario formula.
The Mario Kart formula.
Yeah, yeah. The Mario Kart formula. We finally have a very refreshing update. And again, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Mario Kart 8. It was a good game. I just, as much as I enjoyed it, I always kind of felt like it was
missing something.
Yeah, it could have been beefed up. I think that we got that here with Mario Kart World specifically. There was definitely a lot of, you're essentially just re-releasing the same game for a while. So, if Nintendo's listening, I definitely hope that we're not going to see the same thing happen with Mario Kart World. I'm not even thinking about the next console at this point, but we want Nintendo to try really new ideas, like they kind of did with this one. Maybe there is some issue that I take with making it an open world, because it feels like it's such a trend for games to make everything open world. It's just a thing that we have to deal with.
I mean, dude,
but it works well here.
It's kind of reminding me, ouch, of the 3D revolution when it came to video games back in the mid to late 90s.
Really?
That's what's reminding me, because everyone was really trying to force their way into the 3D realm when it came to video games at the time. And it seems like that right now we're at a position where pretty much all the consoles can do these open world games now without much compromise, if at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're starting to see.
Yeah.
A lot of games are becoming more open world, more sandboxy.
Yeah. I don't always feel like that's the best thing. Trends in general can be kind of a problem. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that here, because this is a racing game, it lends itself really well to the gameplay that we're having. Now, I believe that's it.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was just one quick Grand Prix. We're gonna go ahead and skip the long big ceremony, because I actually want to show something off real quick, which is, besides how nice the game looked and that it was going to be a launch title for the Switch 2 that I wanted, and how they were trying some new stuff with it, there is one other aspect of this game that really stood out to me that they talked about in the trailer. And I'm talking about the Knockout Tour. I'm going to do my best here to jump into a game real quick, so I may need to do a little bit of cutting. It depends on how long it'll take for us to get there. Because there's a new Nintendo title, honestly, it's usually like immediate. You just jump in.
Yes.
But yeah, what I love about this is, so anyone that's played Outrun, and if you know me, I love Outrun, you know how this game works. Essentially, you are starting at one position on this map, and you're trying to make your way to the end. It's not so similar to Outrun that you're going to have a branching path, and then, where you end up at the end depends on which, if you went left or right at each checkpoint. But it does quite a bit remind me of Outrun, just because the main thing was you're fighting the time. You're fighting the time to get to that checkpoint to get another extension. If you don't make it to the next checkpoint by the extension time, you get knocked out. And of course, the very beginning of very beginning of your run is going to look much different than the very end because you're in another area. So that's kind of how knockout works. We're already in a game, it looks like. Oh, wait. No, this is not an online game. Okay. Sorry, guys. This isn't an online game. I thought it was. But still good to basically show this off. Essentially, by the time we get to each checkpoint, we have to be a certain position or better. If I am right now not 20th or better, I won't be able to continue the race. I will get knocked out. I've actually realized recently that this is also kind of trendy when you think about it. It's a bit similar to like a battle royale.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But
It's another trend.
because it's racing, to me, it just feels like Outrun, and that makes me so goddamn happy.
I mean, Mash, have you played... You've played the F-Zero 99 thing, right?
Yes, I've played a little bit of F-Zero 99.
It's essentially the same idea.
Yes.
So I'm actually wondering if they took that idea from F-Zero 99 to add it here as a game mode.
It could be. I guess because I'm more retro-minded, my immediate thought was, oh my god, it's just like Outrun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely. Nintendo really started dabbling in the concept of these sort of battle royale with some of their IPs. We had Metroid. We also had Mario 35.
99? Oh, was it 35?
It was called Mario 35, yeah,
Mario
because it was for the 35th anniversary.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we got Mario 35th. We had obviously F-Zero 99, just like Zero was saying a moment ago. So it's not like totally out of left field, but my god, this just is so fun, especially when you're playing against people online. I accidentally didn't select that for this playthrough here, but yeah, playing this it makes it super intense. We're not just running around Grand Prix trying to get to the front. You're actually trying to compete against other players to make sure that you could be a better position by them and ultimately get first by the time that you get to the final checkpoint. Makes it a little exciting.
Yes. Ooh, you got a crown on you.
Whoops. Yep, because you're in first.
Oh, okay. That's how you identify.
Yep.
A golden? Oh, yeah, that's right, because that one drops coins. I forgot.
Yeah, the golden shell drops coins, but it can also hit people on the way. Still, it's just not aiming for anyone.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell. So, yeah, there's been quite a couple of like minor things that they've adjusted. I forgot one specifically, but there's like a thing that is completely different about this than Mario Kart 8 than prior Mario Karts. I got my crown back.
So like Mash said earlier, if you look at the bottom right, you'll see your position, but also what position you need to be in.
Yes.
By the time you hit the next checkpoint.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it keeps you up to date on that. Also, another thing I just remembered. So previously in older Mario Kart games, you would have to like hold the shell. You'd have to hold the shell in order to have it protect you from behind. And this time, it's automatically selected for you. You're automatically holding it backwards.
Which is good.
Yes. Just gives you one less thing to think about. And as also, what I really like is as we're kind of moving along, they throw in these really, really neat remixes.
I'm listening. The music is fine.
Yeah.
The music is A-okay. I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm.
No, again, I'm loving the color. I'm loving the interconnectedness. I haven't really seen many racing games do that. I would love to see Gran Turismo do that.
Yeah.
Like when you're done with one race, like you actually have to drive towards the next the next racetrack, or like, you know, at least get to the airport so they transport your cars. That would be cool.
I just want another Outrun, and in a sense, without realizing it, Nintendo kind of gave that to me with this. I guess they also kind of gave it to me with F-Zero a little tiny bit, but definitely with this, I feel at peace a little bit with Outrun. You know, Sega needs to get around to making one, but what they gave us in Mario Kart World just it's definitely made
it's close enough.
It's definitely made this Outrun fan very happy.
Right, well, we see Mash here in first place, so he doesn't have to worry about being 12th. What you need to focus on is protecting yourself.
Yeah.
So keep that banana on you.
Yeah. Another thing that they did too is, and really Mario Kart 8 already started to kind of have this be a thing, but they started to get very creative with who you can race as. So, yeah, right now I'm playing as a Koopa, as a Lakitu, right? I'm playing as Lakitu. That's the camera character. Ooh.
Oh, that is some BS.
But you saw that cow that was jumping, didn't you, Zero?
I did.
Yeah, you could even play as that cow. You could play as the little crab that Zero was using before.
La vaca, moo. La vaca, moo. La vaca, moo. La misma vaca, moo.
Nobody's gonna get that, but
some people are gonna get it.
anyway, I was gonna say that they got really creative with the characters that you can play as. And, you know, you have like alt costumes for like Princess Peach and alt costumes for Mario and stuff like that, which is nice. You also get to play as just, you know, really different NPCs that we haven't had a chance to play as before. So
Yes.
without a doubt, I am nice.
I thought you were gonna bounce off of that. I could have sworn. Oh, I like how they took you back to like the Super Nintendo kart track.
Yep.
Oh, that's so nice.
Just got to set up my drifts really early here and super tight. I don't want to get into the dirt too much.
Oh man. So no, I was gonna say the same thing. I do like all the new characters.
Yes.
It did feel kind of cheap because I'm a Yoshi player. All right. I'm a Yoshi player, so I like playing as the orange Yoshi. However, you need to unlock him. That's fine. But what they did is they took all the Yoshis and gave them sort of their own personality, so sort of their own dress code. So like the yellow Yoshi is sort of like a Japanese sumo wrestler.
I see.
While the red Yoshi sort of like a baseball player or something like that. And I kind of like that. I like that they have their own like dress, like their own clothing and whatnot. It makes for an interesting, it makes for a more interesting racer. It does still kind of feel cheap though, because like it used to be just one character, you just switch the color and you're good to go. So that is slightly annoying, but I do see what they're trying to do. So I'm not necessarily upset.
Okay. We are on the final stretch here. Again, this ends up getting... Wow, I didn't even realize someone was behind me. This ends up getting like super intense towards the end.
You really messed up by not grabbing a box back there.
Yeah, for sure. I am first though, but hopefully we can hold on. Oh, we're so
He's on the
close.
inside, so he's likely gonna overtake you.
Well, we'll see about that. See if I can't do anything about that. No, I was so close. Whoa, hammer. Oh no.
Okay. All right. So you made it. You made it as fourth.
Oh, okay.
So you're safe.
Yes.
But you gotta surpass one of them.
Yeah.
I also like this thing, the
Yes.
whole grinding thing.
Yes.
It's really nice. I think it's a clever way of adding like another mechanic to a franchise that's this old and has been,
Yes.
I don't want to say played out, but like has done the same thing for so long.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yeah, I came in.
Yes. You got to make somebody slip.
Or they got to make each other slip, whatever it is.
Oh, I also do like that they kept the slipstream in.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh,
You just
no.
gave up. You're like, I'm done. He just threw the controller. He was
Oh
done.
man. The first few times that I played this online versus other players, oh, it was just so intense. It's
Yeah.
this for me, like I would see Tetris 99, I'd see like the Super Mario 35, whatever. I'd see like random battle royales. This is the battle royale for me, and I'm so happy that Nintendo gave it to us.
Absolutely.
To me, again, to me, without realizing it, ended up giving us a really cool, almost short of outrun experience. And yeah, I couldn't be happier with that. Guys, definitely go check it out. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2, you probably got this because there was a bundle that came with the Switch 2 where you could get this for $50. It is the digital only copy, but yeah, many of you probably already have it. It's probably going to be most people's launch title. and most people's launch title that they picked up. Excuse me.
Yes.
And yeah, well, we hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. Make sure to let us know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you have Mario Kart World? What are your thoughts on this game? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know how you're handling your Switch 2 so far. What have you been enjoying playing on it if you have one? And don't forget also, you can request other games because on our showcase series, we also take requests as well. We do try to get to them. We are a little bit busy, but if you give us a really cool request, we may just play that for you.
That's right. So be sure to leave that in the comments below. Join our Discord and ask us there. We also have a Ko-fi. So if you guys would like to support us, go check us out there.
Absolutely. So thank you guys once again. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. We'll see you next time.
Take care.